Hi, you can call me Moxie. So, I want to discuss a plan of sorts today, sort of an intention I have. That being said, as someone who has dealt with / deals with depression and ideation, the topics I'm going to discuss today, I'm aware that if you're not currently in a very good mental health space, the messages can almost seem so disconnected from your current reality. And in certain cases, it can just seem pointless and not really reach anywhere inside at all. And I'm quite aware of that disconnected feeling. I've endured it on and off for years. And if that's the headspace you're currently in, then I respect that's how you're feeling. And I'll just simply hope for a day where some good can finally enter somehow, some way. With that being said, I'm going to explain what I mean by 6 months in my title and whatnot. So, I started AwakenedMoxie on various social media platforms on January 1st of this year. So it's been about 9 months of me trying to really sink in this mentality of no think, only do. I will say I'm pretty proud of how I've stuck to the no think, only do mentality in the various things I've pursued since starting AwakenedMoxie, as there have been things that I might have never even attempted prior. That being said, the past couple months, it's been more difficult than I would like to keep creating content just because I've been busy with work and everyday life things. I found myself wanting to remotivate myself because, for one, just experimenting with life and trying anything and everything that pops into my head has been incredibly fun. But for two, within the past 9 months, I've received a mixture of comments and DMs from people who have expressed, after seeing my content, they've been more willing to just try pursuing different aspects of life that interest them as well. So I, like most people, am someone who draws inspiration from a whole wide array of places, and truthfully as many places as I possibly can. So during this bout of wanting to remotivate myself, I must reference unusannus again, but I decided to revisit Crank Gameplay's and Markiplier's unusannus post-mortem videos, in which they discuss how satisfied they were after giving their all to this project.
And that's what was special about unusannus. It taught all of us that everything is temporary, and we have to make the most out of every single second, because we will never get a single second back. The best thing about it was when we hit delete, and we talked about this on the stream, I didn't have any regret. I didn't have any, oh wait, take it back. Because when we hit delete, I knew that we had done the best that we could with the time that we had. And we gave it our absolute all.
I said on the stream yesterday, and I mean it with all my heart, I hope I can approach my own death with the same sense of contentment and satisfaction that I walked into that last stream yesterday. Because I walked into that stream and I walked out of it feeling the same way. Satisfied.
In addition to this, I was reminded of a piece of fan art somebody created, which I'll insert here. And they added this quote, which said, "Get in losers, we're going dying," which is a play off of the Mean Girls quote, "Get in losers, we're going shopping." For many, death is an appropriately morbid thought. But for me personally, whenever I think of this phrase, "get in losers, we're going dying," it translates into my head as, "get in losers, we're going to live one hell of a life before it's all over." So when I spearheaded my AwakenedMoxie channel with this notion of no think, only do, and have followed through with it pretty faithfully, the longer it has gone on, the more I've realized just how many things, even minute things, society kind of conditions us to second and third guess into never even attempting. I feel like as a person, I've grown lots into being someone who intentionally tries to create a life I'm happy with. I do my best to go after what I want. I honor when something just no longer feels right for me. However, this mindset is one that I believe has to be continuously practiced. There is this constant bombardment of societal influence that says we must live life a certain way, hit these particular milestones in this particular order. And if you even entertain the thought of trying something different, oftentimes there can be people who will then view you under this critical lens of questioning, well, who do you think you are? Simply because you're thinking differently. And I've noticed the more that I've practiced aligning myself with things that I truly want, the less it's becoming this intention that I have to activate consciously, and the more it's just becoming a natural state of consciousness. I've been growing more comfortable allowing myself to do things that don't exactly fit in this step-by-step guide to life. And over the course of 2020 and so far in 2021, I know that it's not just me. I've seen these positive shifts happening in many people around me. I've seen more people practice manifestation, and I've seen their manifestations come to fruition, as I've seen with some of my own. I've seen friends landing job opportunities that allow them to travel the world. I've seen friends learning to be kinder to themselves. I've seen fellow creators of all kinds, from cosplayers to musicians, putting out projects that really excite them. I may explain this further in a future video, but I'm someone who really likes to learn about philosophy. And I remember when I got introduced to the concept of existentialism. Rather than filling me with dread, I decided to just take it a step further and go all the way into absurdism. And I found a great deal of comfort in the idea that existence itself is absurd. Because to me, having that mindset means that if it's absurd, I can give it whatever meaning I like. And the more that I've been experimenting with a no think only do mindset and my AwakenedMoxie stuff, the more I realized just how many little things in society we're taught to second and third guess, to not even consider for ourselves. Oh, I can't do that, that's not for me. It can't be me, why would it? And I understand for many this notion of why me, or who the heck am I, like questions like, why would I deserve a shot at something so great in life? I understand that can be the default mentality that so many of us have, and a huge influence of that is just society itself, our families, our peers. It's this outlook that's ingrained into us from an early age. And it's sort of hard for me to find the words to properly explain right now, but I just keep realizing as I keep doing my AwakenedMoxie stuff, I'm sort of like forcing myself to go over this ingrained mentality every single day. For me, someone who likes to view the world and existence under this sort of absurd lens, in a world that makes as little sense as this one, for every time you might feel like, well, who the heck am I to try that? Why me? I'd like to encourage you to try combating that mentality with why not? So much about existence is nonsensical. Why not you? Why not us? Why shouldn't we take this opportunity to make the most out of what we know may be the only chance at life we get? Now, I'm very aware this is oftentimes easier said than done, but all I can do is hope you'll try. So, with this no think, only do mindset paired with this why not mentality, for the upcoming 6 months, I'm making a pact with myself, and I'm publishing it here so I can just have a constant reminder. I am going to more wholeheartedly throw myself into this AwakenedMoxie project, I suppose we can call it. Just continue exploring more ideas, more fun things to do, and let myself give it a truly earnest shot and just see what can happen in that 6 months time. As for why I picked 6 months, there was no real rhyme or reason. Unusannus had a year to do their project, and I don't intend to delete my channel or unsubscribe from life within 6 months. Just 6 months popped into my head, and I'm like, yeah, let's just try that time frame to really go hard at AwakenedMoxie. Now, if you'd like, it can be for the same time period, it can be for your own determined time period. So long as you're not hurting yourself or others, I'd simply like to encourage you to really give yourself a shot at exploring some area or areas of life that interest you. Maybe you want to give singing a chance, write a book, learn more about makeup, get out of a toxic relationship, make new friends, learn yoga, run a marathon, learn to be kinder to yourself. Whatever it is, if it's something that you want to try, I'll be over here internally cheering you on the whole time. And after my 6 months, and after whatever time period you've given yourself, we can reflect and see what we've learned in that time. Maybe some special moments would have occurred during that time frame as well. We don't know. And we can take all of that experience and knowledge and bring it with us onto our next journey. So if this resonated and if you'd like to give this a shot, then I'd like to say, get in, loser. We're going dying. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.